This is a fantastic film.
Thank you.
You play. This is based on a reporter actually wrote a very famous profile of Mr. Rogers.
He did.
And he's a bit cynical.
Yes.
And sort of discovers a lot about Mr. Rogers over the process.
Yes.
You grew up in Wales. Did you have any context for Mr. Rogers?
No. So
Okay.
ironically, I'm very cynical, and I knew nothing about Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
It was perfect casting.
So you got to take the same journey.
Yes, I did very little.
What was it like the first time? Because I imagine it must be very jarring when you're told about Mr. Rogers and then you go back and watch Mr. Rogers. What was your first reaction?
Well, my first reaction, I read the script and said to Kerry, I said, "Who's Mr. Rogers?" She's like, "Get out,
Yeah.
get out." And she pointed out that Mr. Rogers' voice, as it were, was already in our living room because our 2-year-and-a-half-year-old was watching Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. So I was like, oh, right, yes. So then I took the deep dive and I thought something's wrong because this gentleman was speaking very slowly and it seemingly only had one camera that they would never cut away, and was he forgetting his lines? And then I realized it wasn't for me, it was for children of a certain age. And then I discovered the true genius of Mr. Rogers.
Yes, absolutely. They do say if you get introduced to Mr. Rogers, it's better if it happens when you're young.
Yes.
It's not like The Sopranos where they're like, oh, you gotta rewatch it.
Yeah.
Start from the beginning.
Can't come in the middle on Mr. Rogers.
No.
Yeah.
What were what was kids television like for you growing up?
A little strange.
Yeah.
You know, my first language is Welsh. So at that time, when I was growing up, the Welsh language station was fledgling, was discovering, you know, its identity, wasn't quite sure what children's television should be or wanted to be. A lot of strange puppets. There were two gentlemen who kind of would put a jacket over the camera and then beat each other up.
Okay.
It was strange. It was strange.
It's very strange to do children's television where part of it is they hide themselves from the children.
And then, and then beat each other up.
Yeah.
So that's what we did, as children in Wales.
Did is your 3-year-old, now you said he was watching Daniel Tiger, did you start watching Mr. Rogers with him as well?
So I'm sadly for him, or not, I think he'll be richer for it, but he kind of became my Mr. Rogers guinea pig. So then I went and put him in front of the show, the actual show, back, you know, the black and white version, and it was an incredible moment.
He went for it.
Oh, he still is. It's like his daily 30-minute meditation.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I know.
It is really meditative. I mean, that's the great thing about Mr. Rogers.
And also, as a parent, I learn far more from those 30 minutes. Like, I'm the one behind him going...
Yes.
So we're both learning.
Good. Because I remember you were terrible at putting on a sweater last time I saw you, and now from watching Mr. Rogers, you just get it on and off right away.
Like nobody's business. Yeah, so I was, listen, as well, you know, I was no stranger to a wool knit sweater. 6 years I served my time.
That's right. Tom Hanks obviously plays Mr. Rogers, and, you know, one of the things we all know about Mr. Rogers is one of the things we all know about Tom Hanks, which is he's actually as lovely as he seems. It's kind of crazy, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm almost at the point of going, when do I start a new rumor? Just saying about, I'm going to take down Hanks.
Yeah. Just like full-time bad guy.
I can take that. I'll do both. I'll take down Rogers and Hanks. I go, listen, I've discovered 2 things about them. You're not going to like it. Listen to me, America.
Yeah, they both have a very dirty, dark secret that is the same thing, and it's awful.
Yes, it's to do with a cardigan.
Do you get... The first time you do a scene with somebody like Tom Hanks, do you feel like, does it make it harder as an actor? Because you are aware, obviously, as a person, that it's Tom Hanks.
Well, listen, for me not knowing Mr. Rogers, Tom Hanks was my Mr. Rogers.
Right.
I grew up with Tom Hanks. So it took me days of trying to act as if I wasn't nervous or perversely starstruck before I could start acting with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
So I was trying to be calm and trying to stop my head from sweating in front of Tom Hanks before I could do anything to do with the film. So it was one of the greater acting jobs I think I've ever done.
Well, we all tip our caps.
Yes.
But you had done this before, so Carrie, your co-star and partner now in real life.
Yes.
So your first 2 years in The Americans.
Yeah.
I have heard it told that you were doing the same thing with her. You were not acting to be in the scene. You were just trying to, like, impress her.
The very same thing. So I spent the first 2 years on The Americans trying to impress Kerry. So I think I'm quite sure my acting was at its worst. And the same with Tom Hanks. I wasn't acting to serve the script. I was trying to impress Tom Hanks. So I'm just in this cycle of trying to impress people and not really serving the script. that I've
That's
been
the
given.
key, though. As long as your shows run enough seasons, we eventually get to see you, the actor.
Eventually, if you give me the real estate, I'll get there.
Yeah.
I just need a solid 3 years.
I have not seen you since The Americans ended, a show I've told you before I love so much. It must be wonderful to have left a thing and very just a pristine ending of a show that I think is going to endure for years. Did it feel great?
Incredible. And, you know, we were all very worried. We'd had this incredible 5 years. We were all very worried as to what would happen. And, you know, in all fairness to the writers, they ended it beautifully and perfectly. I don't feel we wrung the towel dry. We kind of left it on the right note.
It was great. Carrie and you have a 3-year-old, and this is very exciting for a 3-year-old. She's going to be in the new Star Wars film.
Yes, as soon as he grasps that concept.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because all you have right now to show him is her outfit in the film.
Yes.
So this has been released.
That's been released. Well, what actually happened is I don't even know who the toy maker is, but they very kindly sent the bobblehead
Okay, great.
to our house.
Sure, that's a nice thing to do.
Yes, so obviously it's not very well proportioned. The head is giant. It's a bobblehead, and he opened it with Kerry. Kerry tried to explain what this bobblehead was, and then I came home, and he ran up to me with the bobblehead and said, "Mom's inside." I went, good. Keep her there. It'll be our secret.
There you go.
Don't let her out.
Don't let her out.
Yes.
Every now and then, Mom needs to be in the bobblehead.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. It's always such
Thank
a
you
pleasure
for
to see
having
you.
me.
Congrats on the film.
Thank you very much.
Matthew Rhys, everybody.